My name is John Drabert. Thanks for tuning into the weekly prayer update for Covenant Bay Bible Camp. Well, last week I promised to speak about all the grief people are experiencing due to the pandemic. So today I will do that, and I'll give you a few things that you can be praying as you spend time with God this week. There is a lot of grief from things we have lost, and more significantly, people we have lost this year. Governments have put significant restrictions in place to protect the public and reduce the number of people contracting the COVID-19 virus. Well, we grieve the things we had before, like interacting with family and friends freely and enjoying hobbies, events, shopping, and many other activities that have been impacted. Many have lost the chance to celebrate normally birthdays and anniversaries, weddings, and other significant milestones. Many have begun grieving the loss of a normal Christmas, and others have lost loved ones during this time, which is tremendously difficult. What are the predominant emotions you are feeling as you grieve? Are you sad, angry, hopeful, confused, grumpy, lonely? Maybe it's another emotion. Revelation 21:3 and 4 says this, I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them and they will be his people. God himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain. All these things are gone forever. You know, one of the things that grief reminds me, albeit painfully, is that this world is not my home. This world is broken. I am broken, and God has prepared a new home for me with him, where all the things that are not right, the things that cause us so much pain and hardship will be gone. What a day that's going to be. So for Christians, grief reminds us of the eternal hope we have in Jesus. Second, on a more practical level, I encourage you to name your pain. Write it down in your journal. Have a conversation with a trusted friend or with your spouse. Tell them about your grief. Tell them what you are feeling. In their presence, name your pain. You'll be amazed at how much healing you will find when you acknowledge your hurts and allow others to be with you. Lastly, do not allow your grief to damage others. Hurt people hurt people. In other words, people who are experiencing pain tend to hurt other people. If you look at the conversations on social media or amongst your friends and family with this lens, it will help you respond out of compassion. Now, it's hard for me to acknowledge this, but I am a dangerous person when I am hurting. I'm more susceptible to hurting others when I am hurting myself, and I often am unaware of the hurt that I cause. So reflect on your hurts and name your pain. So let's move on to our prayer request. Let's pray that we will be filled with compassion and that the hurt will not be passed on, but will end with us. Let's pray for our friends and family that they will turn to God and find healing within their many griefs and pains that they are wrestling with today. Also, let's be praying for our pastors and other ministry leaders who are not only caring for many with deep wounds, but are also grieving themselves. I am sure most of our spiritual leaders are needing a break, but have nowhere to go for that break. Finally, would you continue to pray for the year-end matching campaign of Covenant Bay Bible Camp? As of Monday, November 30th, $18,528 has been donated. The total with the match is $37,056. Thanks to everyone who has supported Covenant Bay Bible Camp. Please continue to pray that God will provide all that we need to do his work his way. Now, I'm so grateful for your prayers. I pray for the campers, their families, and supporters of Covenant Bay every day. If you have a prayer request, message me or post it on our Facebook prayer team group so that we can all be praying with you. Next week, I will speak about a good response to a world that is hurting so deeply. Please pray with urgency and expectation because There's no ministry apart from Christ. I'll chat with you next week.